Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Latif and so I'm trying to explain how Chelsea tried to use 4-3-3 against Tottenham's 4-4-2. Chelsea play with 4-3-3 lineup and Tottenham play with 4-4-2 lineup. When Chelsea try to make game inside attacks, they look like this. Fullbacks take position in all spaces, wingers go to touchlines, and right and left center midfielders support attacks from all spaces. In this situation, I show you how Chelsea try to make game from left, but you can think it at the same way for right too. There's a difference between making game from right, but I will explain later when I have to explain. They usually try to make game like this way. Chelsea's left stopper has the ball. When he passes to left back, the opponent's right midfielder close to left back to cover left back, but he doesn't close left back aggressively, and the distance between him and left back was not less, so left back has enough space to think and pass the ball. Right center forward close to the Chelsea's defensive midfielder, because when the ball changes direction between Chelsea's defense players, both center forwards try not to let Chelsea's defensive midfielders to take the ball comfortably. Chelsea's left winger close to left back from wing to be a pass option. The opponent's right back close to right, but for now, he doesn't take position closer to Chelsea's left winger. He tries not to take position too far away from the defense line. When the ball goes to left winger, the opponent's right back close to him, but because right back wasn't so close to him, right back didn't cover him quickly, and it gives the left winger a little bit extra time to do something with the ball. But as you see, the opponent has numerical advantage with 4 versus 2 against Chelsea in wing, so even left winger has some extra time and space to do something with the ball. His teammates are not close enough to him, so they can't be effective with the ball, and also when they lose the ball, they can't take the ball back quickly because of numerical disadvantage. Of course, there are some reasons why Chelsea are in a disadvantageous situation. First of all, when the ball went to left winger from left back, the opponent's right midfielder was more close to Chelsea's left winger than left back, because as I said before, he didn't take position so close to left back when left back had the ball. This time, when both left back and the opponent's right midfielder started to close left winger, right midfielder was able to close left winger more quickly than left back. If we have to go to the second reason, as I said before, when left winger took the ball from left back, right back close to him, and this time, Chelsea's left center midfielder tried to use left side space and ran from the opponent's right backs behind. But the problem was, when he went forward, the opponent's right stopper immediately close to him, because he wasn't matching with any Chelsea player, so the opponent's right stopper covered left center midfielder. But also, they could use it as a trap to change the game's direction quickly. They had enough players to do that. Defensive midfielder was free because firstly, when the ball went to wing, the opponent's right center midfielder close to wing and made a numerical advantage in wing, so the distance between him and defensive midfielder became more. The opponent's left center midfielder wasn't taking position closer to defensive midfielder, and when game's direction changes, he takes position closer to defense line, so he doesn't close to defensive midfielder either. Secondly, when the ball went to wing, the opponent's right center forward wasn't disturbing defensive midfielder anymore, because basically, he didn't follow defensive midfielder closely. Center forwards were careful about covering defensive midfielder, but like in this situation, not all the time. If the ball goes to the opponent's own half side, center forwards don't take position closer to the defensive midfielder as when the ball is in Chelsea's own half side. Even if one of them close to defensive midfielder, he doesn't close to him quickly, so even in worse situation for Chelsea, defensive midfielder finds enough space and time to be effective. You can see that Chelsea's center forward wasn't taking position closer to the wing when the ball wasn't close there either. So if Chelsea's players could change the game's direction quickly, he could be useful to make game. Now I have to explain the difference between making game from right and left. Chelsea didn't try to change the game's direction right to left as they changed left to right, because Chelsea's left back wasn't supporting attacks like right back. He was taking position closer to the defense line. It was an important factor, and now, when I will explain to you how they changed the game's direction left-right, I will explain the reason that they didn't do this for right to left either. So left winger passes to free defensive midfielder. When defensive midfielder takes the ball, Chelsea's right center midfielder runs to the opponent's defense lines behind and pulls the opponent's left back. Chelsea's right winger could go to half space with a diagonal run and be effective, but the opponent's left midfielder immediately covers left back space and right winger can't use this space. Right back goes forward free as an extra player and Chelsea tries to use right back's freedom. And this is why Chelsea can't change the game's direction right to left. Left back doesn't support attacks like right back, so from left, they don't have an extra free player. Right back could be effective with two ways. He can support the attack from half space, and before left center midfielder covers him, he crosses the ball free, or he supports the attack from wing and with right winger's help, he crosses the ball from wing before the ball goes out. Firstly, let's have a look at what happens if he supports from half space. When right back supports the attack from half space, he is completely free. The opponent's left center midfielder shifts to left to cover him, but until he closes right back is enough time to be effective. Space of right back is a great space for crossing. Right back is close enough to penalty box for crossing, and he is not in pressure. Now forwards have to show movement to right back into the penalty box. In this situation, right winger doesn't try to run to the penalty box. The opponent's left midfielder marks him closely. Right and left center midfielders don't show movement either. So center forward and left winger have roles. Center forward tries to escape from the stoppers behind, and left winger tries to escape from the opponent's right backs behind. But usually left winger doesn't go to penalty box at the right time, so even if the ball would go to penalty box before him, the opponent's right back can take the ball. If right back supports the attack from wing, this time different factors have roles. When I talk about supporting from wing, I am not talking about taking ball in only wing. I try to mean right backs finding free space for crossing in wing, so we can keep looking at the new situation like previous situation's continuation. So right back takes the ball in half space, passes to right winger, and runs from wing. Chelsea's defensive midfielder and right winger have important roles because they have to earn extra time to right back for his run from wing. And as you see, Chelsea's left back close to center. So even if Chelsea lose the ball, they can take the ball back quickly with 3 defenders against 2 center forwards. After right back starts to run forward from wing, now the opponent's left center midfielder supports left midfielder. Now there are 2 versus 1 against right winger. But right back runs from wing free. Now in this situation, both don't shift to wing to cover right back and stay. So this time, right back can be free in wing, and when he takes the ball in wing, he has a free space for crossing. And then center forward and left winger do their movements to penalty box. Thanks for watching this video guys. I hope this video can be beneficial for you. You can follow my Twitter and Instagram account, and also you can check my blog. May football be with you.